Hey guys, today's video is going to be my very first everyday makeup drawer, shop my stash type of video. I didn't actually walk you guys through putting this together. I did this weekend because I did a closet declutter and had an empty drawer, and I thought this would be easier. It's just like in my dresser, why it's down here playing. And I thought it would encourage me to do my makeup more on a daily basis than I have been doing, and also help me rotate through my makeup and get more use out of everything. So this is just its very first setup. I'm sure it's going to kind of change as we go along. I'm not really sure how functional this is yet because, like I said, this is the first time I have done it. So today I'm just going to walk you through the products I chose, and then next month I will give you reviews on what's in here, and then we will shop my stash together and pick out products for the next month. So this is what the drawer looks like, and then up here I brought up my brushes, and then that's the headband I usually have on to do my makeup. And then I brought this container upstairs from the office and put in my lip products. So I think I'm going to start here just because this seems to be the easiest. So in the back here I have all of my lip liners. I don't have that many, so I just kept them all in here. This is where they were previously as well. I have my lip balm that I'm trying to use up for my project pan, a magnifying mirror from Sephora. This is just a little bit of eye makeup remover. It's not actually the Aven, it's Bioderma, but I just used that little container. And then I have some Cinema Secrets here. This is all of my shorter lip products. I was putting these in there as well, and it just kind of looked a little funny to me. So these are all lipsticks, shorter liquid lipsticks, little chubby pencils, lip glosses, that sort of thing. There's one missing because it's already down here. This is where I'm going to be putting the lip products that I have tried to encourage me to use more than just the same couple through the month. So I'm going to at least try and get one use out of everything, and then I can dip back in and use something else if I want to. But to start here, I have the MAC lipstick in Plumful. This is the Rimmel Kate lipstick in 8. This is in my project pan. This is the Rimmel Moisture Renew in 127 Pink Chic. The Maybelline Creamy Matte in Lust for Blush. The Revlon Lip Butter in Cupcake. Rimmel Kate lipstick in 01. I thought I should have a classic red in there. And this is for February, so I pulled in every single pink-ish lip product that I own because they're not what I reach for usually. This is the Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid in Nude Flush. The Maybelline Color Elixir. I bought this so long ago, and I think I maybe only used it once. It was on clearance, so I need to get more use out of this or pass it on. This is in Hibiscus Haven. It's a very bright pink. This is the Trust Fund Beauty Lip Gloss in Method to the Madness. The Tarte Wonder Lip Surgeons Lip Cream and the Cargo Lip Gloss in Anguilla. And then over here I have set up my larger wobbly things that don't sit well in here, and I also have my beauty blender type products. This actually needs to be washed, so I'm just going to pull that out now. These two are still clean. Clearly I need to wash my brushes because that is looking pretty empty as well. So here I have the ColourPop Ultra Matte in Lumiere 2. This is in my project pan. This is the Revlon HD Lip Lacquer in Smoky Topaz. The ColourPop Matte X in Poppin'. e.l.f. Liquid Matte in Berry Sorbet. The e.l.f. Lip Gloss in Brian. And the ColourPop Ultra Satin in Lock Diary. So again, with the exception of this, these are my more pinky toned ones. Lumiere 2 is pretty purple, but I wanted to have some kind of variation this month to encourage me to use my pink lip products because yeah, I just don't reach for these very often, and I need to, and I figured February would be the perfect month. And then I have the red here, and I have some nudes in there, but mostly pink. Okay, now moving into the drawer. Let me know if you can think of a better way to set this up. It's just an open, like, dresser drawer, and I wasn't quite sure how to organize this. It's going to probably change a few times over the next few months as I get used to having an everyday makeup drawer, because I've never done this before, like I said at the beginning. So I'm just going to start over here. These are the 3 powders I pulled in. This is in my project pan. I need to get a firmer grasp on this Bare Minerals powder. It's the duo that we got in BoxyCharm a few months ago. I know I really like the glow side. It reminds me of like the Hourglass powders, but it is pretty stiff. But I like that under my eyes, especially because it's not too glittery. It just looks healthy on my skin, but I'm really not sure about the matte one. So I need to test this out more and decide whether I want to keep it. This just annoys me every time I see it in my collection, but I actually like the powder, but getting the powder out of this little sample container is a nightmare. This is the Tarte Smooth Operator loose powder, so I just need to use it up and then decide if I want to get the full size and hope that the packaging is better. But this really does make my skin look great when I do use it. So I set it in here as my only loose powder to kind of force myself to use it this month. Then in this little container here, I have my primers and concealers. So my Smashbox primer water is in my project pan. I pulled in the Maybelline Master Prime, the Too Faced Hangover, and the Benefit Professional is also my project pan. And I have the, for setting spray, the e.l.f. Makeup Mist End Set. I have 2 kind of color correcting type products. This Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer is in the brightening shade, which is kind of more pinky in tone. And I use this for my dark circles before foundation, and it's in my project pan. So I'm trying to get more use out of that. My project pan items are going to stay in here. This is a green color corrector from Aurora and Ipsy. I don't know if this does anything. I just need to, again, test it out more and decide if I want to keep it. And then my 2 like real concealers I brought in were the Maybelline Master Conceal. This is a really full coverage concealer, and it's in 10 Fair. And this is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This is one of my all-time favorite concealers, and this is in Fair Neutral. I pulled in 3 foundations. Oh, you can see me in the L'Oreal one. First, I have the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. This is in 120, which is way too dark for me, but I need to decide if I like it, and if I do, I will get a lighter shade. But in order to do that, I just need to wear it a few times, even though it is dark for me, because I don't want to waste my money buying a second shade if it turns out that it's not actually one of my favorites. Revlon Color Stay is in my project pan, and then L'Oreal True Match Lumi. I need to use this up this winter because it's almost gone and it just looks best on my skin this time of year, so I just need to finish that off. This little container here, I put all of my face products in. So I brought in the e.l.f. blush palette in light. I've only used this a handful of times. And a lot of these shades I think will be beautiful for the winter, like these more deeper mauve-y blushes over here. This has a lot of glitter in it, so I don't think I would use that. And then this is a more natural kind of orangey toned blush. And then I have my Too Faced Cocoa Contour Kit here. For highlights, I have 2 Physicians Formula ones. The first is the Beige Pearl one that's in my project pan. The second is this Naturally Nude one that is absolutely beautiful and I don't use enough, mostly because of the packaging. Like when this is stood up in my regular makeup storage, I just never reach for it because it has ugly packaging, even though I know that the product inside is good, which is completely ridiculous. So that's there. And then I have this little baby Becca highlight in Opal. I should get Moonstone because that is slightly lighter, but this still works for me even in the winter time. It has just such a cool undertone. It's kind of grayish, which I actually really like that. The other blushes I pulled in, the first is this old-fashioned, I don't even, do they still sell these blushes in this packaging? Like, this is old. This is the CoverGirl Cheekers blush in classic pink. I have a huge dip in this and I just need to use it. It is, like the name would suggest, just a classic pink blush. Has a bit of a healthy glow to it, so it is really pretty. And then this is the blush in my project. This is the Model Co. blush in Peach Bellini. So these two combined with this blush palette I think will be enough for me. But like I said, this is the first time I'm doing it, so I might find I need to pull more next month. I pulled in the Tarte Park Avenue Princess. This is the waterproof version. This is just a sample size. I really like this and it's a really light color, perfect for me in the wintertime. The Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer is just a great shade for all year round and I need to use it more. And then this is what is in my project, the Body Shop Honey Bronzer in 02 Fair Matte. I'm actually finding this kind of orangey, so I'm going to have a hard time finishing this year, I think, because it's not my favorite. Back here I have single eyeshadows and like little tiny palettes. I never use my single eyeshadows in my regular makeup collection, so I just pulled in a handful and hopefully I can get some use out of these this month. The first one I have here is the Urban Decay Single in Sin. That's just a classic great color. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Creamy Beige. This is in my project. I pulled in two ColourPop Super Shock shadows. The first one is in Weenie, which is a beautiful rose gold. And then the second one in Porter, which is more of a plummy type of color. I want to try the new formula of these, so I want to re-familiarize myself. Was that the right word? You guys know I can't speak half the time. Re-familiarize myself with the classic formula, and then I might pick up the new formula and try them out. But this is the Walking on Eggshells trio, and I used to love that. And then this duo is also in my project. These are not my favorite. They're definitely not overly pigmented. Yeah, I just need to finish them up or throw them out or something. So that is in there. I already talked briefly about this, but I already tried to use this month. I'll get more into that in the wrap up, but this is where I'm going to be putting lip products that I've already used. Again, sorry if you can hear him. Here I have my eyebrow and eye products. I realized last night that I forgot to put in a liquid liner. So that will be added into this bucket. I'm just going to put them up here and reach and get them. So these two brow products are in my project, so they will be staying. This is the Anastasia Brow Wiz and the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Brunette. The Rimmel Scandalize Eyeliner in Nude. The Pencil Me In Eyeliner in Amethyst. This is really old, but I kind of like the shade, so I'm going to try and get some more use out of that. Maybelline Colossal Big Shot Mascara and the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir Mascara. This is a sample that I've had open for a little too long, so I want to get some more use out of it this month, and then it will have to be thrown away. This CoverGirl Liquiline Blast Eyeliner is in my project pan. The Maybelline Brow Drama in Soft Brown. Smashbox Lid Primer in Light Eyelash Curler. Urban Decay Primer Potion, another project product. And last eyeliner is the CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus in Midnight Blue. I've pulled in 4 eyeshadow palettes out of my current collection. I was kind of trying to keep Valentine's Day in mind, which I know it's only like after Valentine's Day. We still have another half of the month, but this was my thought process when doing this, so here we go. This is the Pure Cosmetics Buff Collection palette. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Urban Decay Naked 3, except for this is just as expensive and not as good. I don't own the Naked 3, but I have experienced Urban Decay eyeshadows, of course, and they're not as good as Urban Decay eyeshadows. This is what that palette looks like, just rosy neutrals. Uh-oh. Hi. What do you need? This is the Studio Makeup On The Go Cool Down palette. This is a cool toned purpley palette. How do people open these things with one hand? This is a disaster. Sorry. Want to get more used to this. I think I've only used this 1 or 2 times. The Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette is my favorite palette probably that I own. I don't know if I'm comfortable saying that, but it might just be. As you can see, I've used this a lot, or maybe you can't see. But I want to get more used to that this month. And then just to have more neutrals, I don't know. I pulled in the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and there are some purples and pinks in there to kind of go with my rosy type of theme I was going for this month. Okay, now this section is going to be my to test section. I either pulled these products from my new in drawer, which is getting so full it's not even new in anymore. It's just products that I've never used before, as well as products that came in BoxyCharm that I want to test out. If you saw my last video, you know I want to do my BoxyCharm unboxings a little bit differently. So I have them here to test out. So first I have the Pure Cosmetics Soiree Diaries palette. We got this a few months ago and I just never used it. Even though it looks beautiful, I don't know what I've been doing. This is the Crown Glam Metals palette that we got this month, as well as this Pure Bronze and Brighten palette. And the Dr. Brandt Luminizing Primer, the Galactic Lip Paint, and the IT Cosmetics Brow Pencils in there as well. Those were all in BoxyCharm this month. This Juice Beauty Lip Gloss we got in BoxyCharm a few months ago, and I have yet to use it. This Too Faced Melted Matte in Queen Bee I got a really long time ago. Again, never used it. It is horrible. And this NYX Matte Lipstick in Tea Rose. I just need to test these formulas and see if I like them enough to keep them, or I can pass them on to friends. They don't need to be rotting in my collection and have literally never been used once. This is the NYX HD Blush in Soft Spoken. It looks like a really great neutral shade. Again, need to test the formula. And this is the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation in Porcelain. I don't know if this is going to be light enough. Let me know if you want me to do a full review and demo, or first impressions, or if you just want me to test it and tell you in my next Shop My Stash video how it went. I'm not really sure what I want to do with that. But that is everything that is in my very first everyday makeup drawer. Like I said, next month will be a little more exciting because I can give you reviews and then we can shop my stash together. But this is just what I pulled out for my first month doing this. Let me know how you think I did in the comments below. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!